What's going on, everybody? So this is going to be a daily hip and hamstring opener you can do every single day. Now, I'm not going to talk a whole lot, so we're going to get straight into it. All right, so first things first, you can bring your left leg forward. All right, so left leg is going to come forward. You're going to make sure the knee is going to be in line all the way through the ankle. All right, so you're going to stretch the back leg out. All right. So you want to make sure everything is in line. So knee, hip in line here, knee, ankle, hip in line here. All right. So from here, we're going to untuck the toes and then we're going to exhale as we straighten that front leg out. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. So as we inhale forward, we're going to untuck the toes here. All right, we're going to stand straight up. All right, and just allow those hips to kind of sink in. So remember, everything is square. Knee, ankle square, hip, knee in the back square. We're just going to go for 10 full breaths here. So maybe you need blocks to hold yourself up. All right. So if you don't need blocks, I want you to continue breathing. So we're on probably breath number 4 here. So if you need blocks to kind of hold yourself up, you can use them here. All right. So you can keep those arms straight. If you need a little bit more out of it, you can rotate them here. All right. If you need more out of it, then you can bring them here. All right. So we got about 3 more breaths here, so you continue your breathing there. One more. All right, so now we're going to switch the legs out. All right, so right leg is going to come forward this time. So we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So whatever we do on one side, we always have to do on the opposite side. All right, so we can free the toes in the back here. All right, so I'm gonna move the blocks out of the way. All right, so now I'm gonna tuck those toes. All right, now I'm gonna exhale as I straighten the leg out. Inhale forward, exhale back. 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 So we're going to inhale forward here. All right. So again, if you need the blocks, you can use the blocks on your side here. So again, making sure this knee, ankle are in line, back leg, same thing. All right. So we're going 10 full breaths here. So big inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So again, inhale, exhale. So if you need more out of it, you can flip those blocks that way. Big inhale and exhale. If you need more, you can even flip them this way. So once you've graduated from here and you don't need them, you can just relax here. So 5 more breaths. All right, so we're moving on to the next pose. Some of you may just call it a stretch. So we're gonna bring that left leg forward again. All right, so left leg forward. I'm gonna bring my right hand so that it's aligned with my shoulder. Left hand so that the left shoulder is in line throughout the wrist here. So again, right shoulder, straight line all the way through the wrist. Left shoulder, straight line all the way through the wrist. All right, so my left foot is coming to the outside of my left hand. All right, and so what I like to tell people is your longest finger, you want to line with your longest toe. All right, and so now you can raise the back leg up. All right, so this is our stretch or pose here. Now, if you need more out of it, can come down to the forearms, which is what I'm gonna do. All right, and so we're gonna go for 10 full breaths here. So again, on this leg on the outside, knee, ankle, straight line. All right, so breathing deeply, so 10 full breaths. And 10. All right, so now we're gonna bring that left foot to the inside. All right, so everything is square. Want to tuck the toes. All right, so we're gonna straighten that front leg out. So hip, knee, straight line. All right, so knee, toes, straight line. Left leg straight. We're gonna exhale, come forward. So 10 full breaths here. Now, let's say that's too much on that front leg. You can always bend into the front leg. All right, so if that's too much with the leg straight, you can bend into the leg here. All right, so 4 more breaths. So making sure this heel is in line with your leg here. And again, if you need blocks, you could use them here too. So maybe you leave them flipped up here. All right, maybe you need them here, or maybe you need them there. So don't be afraid to use your blocks. All right, so we're switching sides. All right, so same thing on this side. Bring my right foot forward. All right, so I'm gonna bring my right arm so that it is in a neutral point here. So again, wrist, shoulder, and line. Wrist, shoulder, and line here. So I'm lining my longest toe with my longest finger. All right, and I'm gonna raise my back leg up. All right, now notice how my front leg, knee, ankle, straight line. All right, so now I'm gonna bring it down. Keep everything square, and we're gonna breathe for 10 full breaths. All right, ready? Now, this is also good for core strength too. Now remember, if you're a beginner, you can stay up here. All right, you're only coming down if you're more advanced. So if you notice that you're having to bring that leg all the way out and do all that readjusting, that means you need to come back up with the arms straight. All right, so we got about 4 more breaths here. So make sure everything is in line and you breathe. So 3 more breaths. And 3. Now, bringing my front leg to straight into my front leg out. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the blocks this time. So again, my back leg, knee, hip are in one straight line, up and down. All right, front leg. I want my heel aligned throughout my leg, all the way through my hip. All right, so again, if you find that the front leg is too much with a straight leg, then you can slightly bend into the leg. All right, this isn't a race. I'm not expecting anybody to do this on the first day. All right, so we're going to exhale as we slowly come down. So we want our toes tucked in the back. All right, and slowly come forward. Now, if that's too much coming forward, then you can stay up here. All right, so breathing deeply. And make sure you activate the toes. All right, so keeping those toes nice and active. Breathing into those hamstrings. Again, as you graduate, flip them here. Slowly come down a little bit more. Straighten that leg out a little bit more. All right. So we got about 4 more breaths. All right, again. So as you graduate again, you can flip it down that way. All right. 2 more breaths. All right. Everybody's doing good. You hanging with me. You're breathing. You're doing what you got to do. All right. So I'm going to move the blocks out of the way. All right. So next, we're going to go into a pigeon pose. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate to you what it is. All right. So I'm going to bring my left leg forward. So knee, hip alignment, heel, hip aligned. All right. And I'm going to stretch my back leg out here. All right. So this is pigeon pose. So nice and straight here. Now, a block really helps you. All right. So maybe if you find that it's too much, you can bring it right under here. All right. So that you're nice and in line. All right. And you can hold yourself here. All right. And sometimes you may have to do the same thing on the opposite hip. All right. So that's a good way to kind of adjust if you find that it's too much and you're going out of alignment. You feel like you're forcing yourself to get into it. That's not what you want. All right. And sometimes if you're really, really inflexible, you can stack 2 blocks on top. And same thing here. You know, try to keep yourself nice and in line. And there you go. All right. So if you need blocks, use them. All right. So we're going to go for 10 full breaths here. All right. So hips nice and squared. Knee, hip, boom. Heel, hip, boom. Straight up and down on the top. And 10 full breaths. So 10 full breaths. So now we're going to switch sides. So same thing. Knee, hip, line. Heel, hip, line. All right. So right leg is going to come forward. Again, knee, hip, align. Heel, hip on this side of the line. And then you can slowly come back. So again, remember, if you need the blocks, you can bring your blocks, place it underneath your hip here. All right. So I'm going to use a block this time for demonstration purposes. So my body's nice and square. Everything is square. All right. So you don't want to try to lean too much. So you want to be straight up and down. All right. And 10 full breaths. Good job. So taking that block away. All right, so now we're gonna go to our seated forward fold. All right, so seated forward fold. All right, it's just as it sounds. All right, so you're seated and you're going into a wide-legged forward fold. All right, so I'm gonna bring my legs out a little bit further. All right, now this particular stretch, I normally do it. So every time I stretch legs, and this is routine. Pigeon, the last stretch is a routine, or pose is a routine. I mean, I've been doing that for years. So every time I go into a stretch or a stretch pose, those are two of my go-to stretches. All right. Now, what we're going to do now is you're going to open the legs, not necessarily as far as you can go, but just so that you're comfortable. All right. So I like to bring my hands here. All right. And so the first thing we're going to do is just walk forward. So you're going to walk forward. All right. And then I want you to exhale here. Now I want you to walk back. All right. So we're going to walk over to your left. So walk left. All right. And then you're going to walk the hands up forward. All right. Then we're going to come to the right. And then come up. And now we're going to go to your right side. All right. Walk it all the way out. All right. And then walk it back up. All right. So now we're going to walk it all the way out. And we're going to hold for 10 full breaths. And slowly coming up. All right, so that's it for today's daily hip and hamstring opener. So if you like this, like the video. If you find that the video is informative, make sure you hit the subscription button. Also, the notification bell next to the subscription button. Share the video if you like it. All right, guys. Till next time, I'm out.